Hi everyone, Sindhu here. So I follow a lot of South Asian female Instagram influencers, and I find a lot of these women to be really inspirational. A lot of them talk about their commitment to diversity and increasing representation of South Asian identities within their respective fields, whether it be food, fitness, fashion, beauty, or whatever their page is about. And I really respect that. However, in the last couple of months, I'm starting to find that some of these very same people that I find to be inspirational are starting to be a little bit problematic and socially and culturally irresponsible. Because although they claim that they're there to support diversity and they're all about representation, they're actually indirectly and unknowingly working to stall diversity progress, and sometimes, like in the case I'm about to talk about today, reverse diversity progress. um, so over the weekend, a South Asian influencer who's like a lifestyle influencer who has 50,000 plus followers did a promotion using a Gucci belt. And I was really disappointed to see that she chose Gucci to use as her giveaway brand. And that's because Gucci was just recently, like a week and a half ago, in the news for releasing a sweater that very much closely resembled blackface. And if you haven't been aware or haven't been paying attention to the news, blackface has been a national discussion in this country for at least last month. And that's because of the Governor Northam's alleged yearbook picture where he dressed up in blackface years ago, but it's resurfaced today. So we're having conversation on some blackface. Blackface is a very sensitive topic. It's also part of the racist history of this country, and it's degrading and demeaning to Black Americans. And to do a promotion using a brand that was so recently tied to blackface is just, I think, irresponsible for anyone, but specifically for a woman of color. So, as I said, this particular person has over 50,000 followers, and after taking a glance at her page, it looks like most of her followers are like myself, South Asian women. And her following gives her such a powerful platform and a huge voice to influence other people. And specifically influence South Asian women who seem to be the majority of her followers. And promoting Gucci was just very racially insensitive and socially irresponsible, considering the platform and the power that she has in her voice. So, what would have happened if instead of promoting Gucci, she used her platform to create awareness about the blackface incident? And she encouraged her listeners to hold off on spending their money with the Gucci brand and explain to them why. Maybe she could have even promoted a belt using the Prada brand, because guess what? Prada just announced over the weekend that they are forming a diversity and inclusion council, which is pretty rad in my opinion. Now, you might not think that this is a big deal or that I'm overreacting, but as a South Asian diversity educator, I do think it's a big deal. And as a teacher in general, I think this is a teachable moment and one that we can learn from so that we don't repeat the same mistake in the future. So, if you don't understand why, let me break down why this is a big deal to me. Blackface supports anti Black racism, and anti Blackness is a huge problem in this society, and it's specifically a very big problem and very prevalent within South Asian communities within the United States. So promoting Gucci just helps to perpetuate anti Blackness within South Asian communities. Instead of indirectly promoting anti-blackness, which is kind of what I think happened, in my opinion, she could have taken a stand against racism by choosing purposely not to promote the brand of Gucci for her giveaway. And in doing so, she would have helped her followers to become a little bit more woke and encourage them to think a little bit more critically and consciously about who they're supporting, what fashion brands they're going to put their money behind. So I want to end with the call to action. If you are a South Asian influencer of any kind and you claim that you care about diversity, whether it be diversifying representation or just diversity and inclusion in any sort, shape, form, or fashion, then I want to encourage you to do something that moves the diversity conversation forward within your respective industries. Do something that goes beyond representation, that goes beyond putting your beautiful brown face on your Instagram page, because inherently that does diversify your food, fitness, fashion, or beauty, or whatever it is that your page is about. And if you don't want to do something to move that diversity conversation forward, that's fine. Just take the words diversity out of your website, from your bio to your about us to your mission statement, because diversity goes well beyond showing up brown. So that's all I got to say about that. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, DM me, and tag a South Asian influencer that you follow, so that we can all learn from this moment. Thanks.